Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome to part 3 of my snow day in Blackpool videos. I just finished the last video, then I decided to cross the road before I started this one. So now we are on the Promenade and we're going to take a look at the beach. Will the tide be in? Will the tide be out? Will we see sand or snow or sea when we look on the beach? We are about to find out together, but either way, look how cool Blackpool Promenade looks today. Let's give the camera lens a nice wipe, you know. Got all this expensive high-tech equipment, so I've got to use the most expensive high-tech method of keeping it clean, if you know. Look, there's the famous Crazy Don, apparently one of the best light, best quality hotels in Blackpool. I mean, I don't know the people in the hotel, I've never been in there, but everybody who stays there says wonderful things about it. So in answer to the question, the sea's mostly out. There is some white down there, but we're seeing a mixture of snow and sand. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to cough for a second. Oh dear, I wish I'd bought a bottle of water. What's that on my lens? Get off. It's snowing again, folks. Look at that. It's a shame, I'd like to walk on the lower prom, but the chains are up so we can't. I mean, technically I can. That teeny chain is very climb overable, but I don't like to disobey signs, so we're going to stay on this end. We've got plenty of snow to walk through here. Look at all the footprints on there, so there's been quite a lot of people already out on this Sunday morning for a nice little beach walk or promenade walk. My ears are a bit chilly, just pulled my hat down a bit. The wind is very biting and the cold is very biting, and I'm very well wrapped up. I've got like a cardigan on, I've got my warm t-shirt on, I've got a cardigan on, I've got a lovely jumper on that my daughter gave me just before Christmas. It was actually one of her old ones that she was throwing out, but it's really nice, so I snagged it before it went to the charity shop, so now I've got a nice new jumper. So yeah, I've got a warm thick t-shirt on, I've got a jumper on, I've got a cardigan on top of that, and I've got my warmest coat that I own. I've got a nice thick warm scarf wound twice around my neck. I've got a woolly hat on pulled over my ears, and I've also got the hood on my coat, which I virtually never wear, but I'm just wearing it now just to keep a bit more heat on my head, because I really don't handle the cold well. I feel the cold way more than your average person. I'd say it's because I'm older, but it's just not that. I mean, I didn't handle the cold well when I was younger. I think it's because A, I have virtually no body fat, and B, I'm basically a wuss when it comes to the cold. Somebody's gone through there on a really cool bike. I suspect that's one of those electric bikes. Look at that track. That's definitely the track of a cool bike. And we're just walking past Central Pier now. think I'm going to walk past Central Pier and I'm going to stay on the prom all the way up to the Christmas village. And I think it is supposed to be open today, as I mentioned earlier in the other video, but I'm not sure if it will be. I mean, they'll possibly close it for safety purposes. I don't know. I guess we'll find out together as we walk past. And I'm wondering if schools will be open or closed tomorrow. I'm wondering if the ones that are, excuse me, due to open tomorrow will actually open. Blackpool tends to be very, very cautious about closing schools and places for the tiniest bit of snow. I mean, what, about 2 inches? I think, maybe less than that. That was my guesstimate. Could be a bit more, could be a bit less. But 2 inches of snow here is probably capable closing down the entire town, because we're really not equipped with snow. It's something that we hardly ever get, so we don't really know how to deal with it. The arcade seems to be open. Well, it is open, the store's open, there's lights on. Let me just have a little right. I'm so glad I came out relatively early. I know it's not like early, because I came out, I got up about 6 o'clock. I did my first little video around 7 o'clock. Then I had some toast and a couple of cups of coffee, and then I came out to make these videos around 9:30. So I know that's not super early, but it's early for me just lately, because I've been really struggling throughout the Christmas holiday, excuse me, with fatigue. And I've really been trying to fight against it, but it's been hard. I mean, if I was working today, I would have set the alarm for 5, got up at 5, had some breakfast, had several cups of coffee, watched a couple of episodes of whichever show I was binging on Netflix, and then set off to work in Bispham, walking, while I did possibly a video on the way. That's normally the way my Sundays work, but today I'm off. This year was actually off from the 22nd of December, and I'm back on the 11th of Jan, because we're supposed to get 2 weeks off at Christmas, but I had some extra annual leave hours. If you're American, that's paid time off, because you're paid for all that. So I thought, because I had quite a lot of hours left, I'd take that extra 5 days after Christmas. So I'm not back at work till the 11th. And after that, I've only got a week of annual leave / paid time off left for the rest of the year. But the rest of the year is only till April. So I'll probably take the last week in March off, because the job I'm in is generous with its annual leave. It kind of grows the longer you've been there. Obviously at some point it maxes out, and mine has pretty much maxed out a few years ago. I think it maxes out after 20 years of service. So mine maxed out a few years ago. But anyway, let's just enjoy our walk down the prom. Snow day in Blackpool, guys, and as you can see, well, maybe you can see, it's still snowing now. Don't know if that'll be visible on the camera. This little old camera tends to be not very good at picking up snow and things. I might make it a goal for the year to buy one of those, what do they call them? It's on the tip of my tongue, I can't. The GoPros, you know, the little teeny tiny ones that you have that little gimbal standy thing, like a stick that steadies it, what you hold it for, what you hold it on, and you work it off your sticks. Yeah, I might save up for one of them, but that depends how hard I can work at making videos, because I've been, as you know, I've been struggling the past few months and it's been really difficult to get anything together. But if all the demolitions that are going to start in January, then through January and February, hopefully I will make enough to buy that camera. Also, I just did my self-assessment tax forms at the end of the year, because you get the request to do them in April as soon as the new tax year starts, but I'm like queen of the procrastinators, so I only did mine end November, beginning December, something like that, I can't remember, but I did mine really late. And whilst I didn't have a big tax bill to pay, because I don't earn a lot of money on YouTube, it was still like £360 or £380, something like that, which kind of sucked to have that bill just before Christmas. But anyway, excuse me again, on that note, I am going to end this video now because it's getting quite long, and there will be a final video to this Snow Day in Blackpool series. Well, maybe a final couple of videos, because I'm going to film inside the Christmas village area. It does look very, very much closed down, but I'm going to walk through and film. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this series. Thank you for subscribing to the channel if you have subscribed, and I shall be right back with the next video. Goodbye.
Like the 31s on the screen, Blackpool buzzes, machine scream.